Hello everyone, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a part-time Poshmark reseller, and I started reselling about 4 years ago. I'm approaching my 4th full year, and it's crazy because there are a lot of things that I wish I knew when I first started reselling that they're just all things that now looking back I'm like, oh, I wish I knew that back when I started. And so I kind of wanted to do this video and just be very informational and help out anyone that's new to reselling, or if you're even relatively new and you're in your first year or so. These are things that would really help if I knew them when I started, and so I want to help out others as well. And if you're new here, or if you're a continued subscriber of mine, please feel free to comment down below your name on Poshmark, your name on Instagram, so I can find you, so we can connect. And also feel free to comment down below things that you wish you knew when you first started reselling, so that way we could help even more people out and kind of build a community here of things that we all wish we knew. And if you're interested in this, just continue to watch and you'll see the things that I wish I knew. Alright, so I have a list of 10 items here, so I'm going to kind of go through them rapid fire and maybe try to explain a couple here and there, but for the most part I think they're self-explanatory. So the first one is source low and be careful what you pick up. You never want to pick up something if it's going to be a lot to source it, because then you're going to have to make back a lot when you're selling it. And especially if you're on Poshmark or any other platform that has really high fees, it's going to add up really quickly. So source very low and be careful what you pick up. You don't want things to sit a very long time in your closet. The next item that I have is to know your bottom line and stick to it. Don't accept offers that are really low. Don't send offers that are really low. List things at the price that you want to accept them at, or list them higher so then you could send out offers to people. Don't go below your bottom line. Stick to it. It's your business and you make it how you want, and therefore keep your bottom line where you want it to be. The next item is you can get free packaging and you don't have to buy it. So when I first started, I used the UPS free packaging that you can get sent to you. You can get it for free, and it's just a bunch of boxes and mailers, and they come in all different sizes, and you can order them online and they'll come right to you directly for free. And I still use those for shoes and bigger items and for bigger packages, and I totally recommend it because it's a free route and it's so much cheaper than buying your own. But however, over the last year or so, I have actually made my own custom packaging, and I still recommend that too, because it kind of makes it your brand and it kind of stands out to the buyer. But when you're first starting out, you don't need that. You're still building and you're still establishing yourself, so you don't need your own packaging right away. So I would say take advantage of the free packaging first, and then once you're ready to really build your brand, once you have a logo and once you're really established, then you can start putting your brand on the packaging and then send them out. And you can still use the UPS boxes and put your tape on it, and then it's still custom. So I still recommend using the UPS free packages because they're free and it'll save you some cost on your sourcing and stuff. And then the next item that I have is always look for new ways to source. There are plenty of ways that you can source by, going to a Goodwill, going to a thrift store, and, going to get inventory that way. But there are also other ways that you can source by, branching out and looking on Facebook Marketplace, or asking friends and neighbors for donations, or going on ThreadUp and buying a big box and kind of going through that, or doing Jomar, or any of the other ways that you could buy in bulk. I actually haven't tried any Jomar or ThreadUp or anything like that yet, just because I haven't had enough space to buy in bulk. But I would love to buy in bulk someday, and so let me know down below if you have any suggestions on places that I should look at in buy in bulk. But you could always find new ways to source. I actually use Nextdoor a lot last year to get a lot of free inventory. Highly recommend that. And I think there's always new ways that you can branch out, and don't be afraid to try something new. It's your brand and you can build it however you want, but you have to kind of have to not be afraid to try something new, and maybe it'll work out and maybe it won't, but then you'll know going forward this is a good way to source, or this is not a good way to source. So I highly recommend doing that. The next item that I have is don't take a lowball personally. I know how easy it is to do because I do this myself all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, why are they just offended me, they sent me a lowball. But honestly, they're just trying to get a good deal, and we've all been guilty of it. We've all wanted something way cheaper than the price was, and so don't take it personal. It's not personal, and they're probably doing it to everyone else out there, so it's just the way it is. It's not personal. Don't take it personal. And it's the same thing with, like, if they, they want to get discounted shipping, or, whatever the case is. They just want to get a good deal. They're not trying to rip you off. I mean, maybe they are, but for the most part, they're just trying to get a good deal, and they're just trying to save a little bit of money. So don't take it personal. It happens to everyone. And the next item is sell things that you're passionate about. When I first started reselling, I mentioned this in a previous video. I'll link it up here below or above for you guys. But when I first started reselling, I was just trying to get rid of things, and I wasn't listing things that I was like really passionate about, and I could tell that the items weren't selling as well as they should. They would sell lower, or I would have to really try and send out an offer to get them to sell, or the listings didn't look good, or whatever the case is. I started listing things that I was more passionate about and that I actually really liked and genuinely thought would sell really well. I could tell the listings were better, I could tell that they were selling higher, and I could tell that people were more interested. They would get more likes, they would get more attention, and therefore they would sell better. Don't just list anything. List things that you care about. And also, I have noticed that when you don't list things that you don't care about, you're not really gravitated to want to list them. So therefore they're gonna sit longer, and they're not gonna be listing. So therefore, you're not gonna be able to sell them quickly because you're not gonna have them listed. So therefore, you want to sell things that you are passionate about, list things that you care about, list things that you are proud of, and list things that you think are actually going to sell. And then the next item that I have is you have to market yourself. If you want to make a brand out of yourself and you want to build your business to be bigger, you have to market yourself. Use social media, use Instagram, use YouTube, use TikTok, use any other platform that you can to advertise yourself and get your name out there. Build a brand and establish yourself and market your business to other people. Advertise on those platforms. Hey, I'm on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, whatever sites you're on, advertise that. Get people to know who you are. Get business cards so you can advertise your business when you send out packages so people can see you. Build your brand and you'll be better off. It'll also build more people to come to your website so then they could see your listings, and then you'll have more buyers in turn. So it's always good to just branch out and market yourself better. The final two items are it's going to be slow at times, but that's okay. It's all right. It happens. You have to just keep going. And then the next one is just believe in yourself. I know it's so easy to forget this and just want to give up a lot of the times when things are really slow, but you just have to keep pushing forward. You have to know that you are capable of doing it and that you can do it. So therefore, don't give up, just keep going, and things will work out. Things will definitely pick up again. There are slow moments for everyone. We all go through it, but keep pushing, keep doing you, and things will get better and they will go up and you will make a lot of sales. All right, so these are all the things that I wish I knew before I started reselling a couple years ago. So if you haven't already, comment down below what things that you wish you knew, and let me know if this was helpful for anyone. I wish I knew a lot of these things, and I wish there was someone telling me these things early on so I could know to avoid them or to be careful when I was doing them. So I'm just here trying to help out others, and let me know down below if you like this, and subscribe for more.